lasses there, always smiling faces, gunning along the Scotchwood Road to see the bleeding races.
Hi everyone, I'm FM Greeno and welcome along to episode 14 of my FM21 save with Newcastle United. So, since we were last together, things have gone off the boil a little bit, to be honest, and our title challenge seems to have melted away. So you can see here in the recent form that we lost to Manchester United, drew 2-2 at Everton, 0-0 away at Burnley and 1-1 away at Wolves. So we've only picked up 3 points in our last 4 games, and that's been a real killer at this stage of the season. So Manchester United are now 7 points clear of us with only 3 games to play. I can't see us catching them. Today we're going to bring you the second leg of our game against Real Sociedad. This is the Europa League semi-final. We drew 1-1 in the first leg, so we have an away goal. Gives us a slight advantage going into the home leg, I hope. You'll notice here we are going to be playing Aston Villa in the FA Cup final at the end of the season, so that's something to look forward to. But just take a look at the schedule we've been playing. We just talked about the games, but here we played the Man United game. Then on Saturday, so a few days later, we drew with Everton. The following Thursday, Real Sociedad. Okay, you can handle that. But then, in between, we had to play less than 48 hours later. We played against Burnley. Then on the Tuesday against Wolves. And now Thursday evening, 48 hours after the Wolves game, comes our second leg against Real Sociedad. So I don't know what the schedulers are doing, but to try and fit 2 games in between the 2 legs of the Sociedad game is absolutely bonkers. And it's been a real killer. We've kind of had to rotate the team quite a bit. I think it's affected the team cohesion. And that's reflected in some of the results we've got. But there we are. It is what it is. Let's go and see how we're set up for this very, very big game. So, having rotated quite a lot over the last couple of games, I've managed to get us in a position where we can put out a pretty close to full strength 11 against Sociedad today. So Zakaria would normally play in this holding midfield role. He's the one where the fitness is a bit of an issue. So Ayers steps up from centre half and Lascelles comes in for him at the back. Up top, we're going to have to keep an eye on Wilson. He's only just back from injury and not recommended to play the full game. So we'll just have to watch that a little bit. And the one guy in the centre of midfield here, Van Ginkel, would probably play, I guess. But he's played quite a bit of football over the last week. So Szoboszlai drops into his normal role of deep line playmaker and we bring in Villena. Let's see how we get on. Oh, the prize at the end of this game is a second potential cup final of the season. Of course, we're already in the FA Cup final. So hopefully we can take advantage and make it a season to remember, even if the Premier League does seem to have slipped away from us at the last sort of hurdle. Hopefully we should be strong enough, I would say, to get past Sociedad. A lot of teams, when they did the quarterfinal and semi-final draws, they do it together. So the other half of the draw had some really strong sides in. And my side was not so bad. I think Sociedad were probably the strongest side in it. Whereas the other side had the likes of Lazio and Arsenal, I think. So a lot of teams that we really wanted to avoid. So coming up towards the half-hour mark, Sociedad yet to register a shot. We're having the better of the game, although they get more of the possession, it looks like. But we're not converting it into chances. Or not into chances that are highlight worthy anyway. Nothing that's brought us a goal. But is that going to change now? Not with a pass like that, it isn't. Can we get in? Can we disrupt them? We win the ball at the back. Szoboszlai to Villena. That's a great pass. Wilson, what a finish! And we take the lead. It's his 29th of the season. Him and Santos Borre between them up front have been absolutely magic this season. Santos Borre, he's over 20 goals. And for a system that only plays one striker, I think the only times they've ever played together is in the sort of the last 10-15 minutes of games, if I've been chasing it. And so for them to score over 50 goals between them is quite remarkable. And so we go in 1-0 at half time. I'm happy with that. So let's just give them a bit more of a boost. We've motivated and pleased some of the lads, so that's good. And let's see if we can build on this 1-0 lead in the second half. Soboslai with a corner here. A header from Lascelles, and that's 2-0. 3-1 on aggregate now. That's good to have that 2-goal gap, especially with the away goal that we've got. I was a little bit worried that, you know, if Sociedad came and scored a goal, it would put us on edge a little bit. Coming up to the hour mark now. Still not much happening from the Sociedad point of view. We've got another opportunity here and we've hit the woodwork. Goodness me. So Soboslai is looking tired. We might have to give him a little rest. And Ginkel can come on as a direct replacement for him for the last 30 minutes or so. Oh my goodness, what a goal from Neres. And it's 3-0 now, 4-1 on aggregate. And surely that books us a place in the final. Soboslai will get an assist for this, but it's all Neres' own work. Comes round, beats his man, left foot from 20 yards, smashes it home. And I think now it is time to make a couple of changes. We are going to bring Soboslai off and bring Van Ginkel on there, and we'll probably also take Almiron on for San Maximan. I notice Neres is also looking a bit tired there, so we do have Mendes on the bench who can come on for him in a minute if needs be. In fact, I think we will make that change. Wilson's seems to be in good enough shape, so he can probably play out the whole game. So let's do that. Let's get Mendes on there. And with just 15 minutes of the game left, this looks like it's going to be a comfortable victory. Into the last 5 minutes, still 3-0, 4-1 on aggregate. Nothing happening in the game. Just as we go into injury time, a highlight begins. Livakovic picks up the ball from their throw. Clears it, but not to one of our players. And are they going to get a late consolation? They are. That makes it 3-1 on the night, 4-2 on aggregate. But with only a couple of minutes of injury time left, I can't see them scoring another 2 goals, he says. But there it is, it plays out. We have won 3-1 on the night, 4-2 on aggregate, and we're in the Europa League final. But while that was all taking place, Liverpool beat Manchester City in the league, so that's really made it kind of close. Liverpool are now just 3 points behind us on level games. We're only a point behind Man City. So, yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting end to the season, certainly. In the Europa League, why are these guys in the Europa League final? We are up against Real Madrid. They just beat Arsenal in their semi-final. Why are they not in the Champions League? Utterly bonkers. So, if we go and look at the schedule, I think I'm just going to play the rest of the Premier League off camera, and we'll come back for the 2 finals as a double header. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It was a very good win, although we do have a real challenge in the final to come. If you did enjoy it, please drop a like on there for me and help me get seen by more people. And if you've got any comments about this episode or the series as a whole, I would love to see them below. Of course, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please do so. It'd be great to have you along for the ride, and there's going to be a lot of good content coming up for FM21. But it just remains for me to thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon for a couple of finals. Bye for now.